Greetings everyone, today we have another cheating garbage to expose. And not just some cheating garbage, but an arrogant, low-skilled NPC who also streams on Twitch and cheats pretty blatantly. But of course he pretends to be legit. Firstly, let's watch a few of his so-called highlights from his Twitch channel.
Это клип нахуй.
Дамку заскочили. Надо поиграть. Да, у них не будет стяжки. Xbox. Это... А.
Убил,
Всё,
пошли.
мочи. Вышел.
Хорошо.
Идиот. Он с дропом будет, но скорее всего Нишку пошел за дропом.
У меня лонг. Не умри.
Никита, в ближнюю стенку. Возьми ему.
So originally, this individual was spotted by my friend Ren. He got in the same game with him and accused him of cheating.
Bro, this gun, bro.
He's gone! Run into the box! Good. Totally good player, not cheating at all.
Bro, you have a proof?
Orange, I can tell from you playing, bro. You're dog shit at the game.
You suck me for dust too.
Bro, you're dog shit, bro. You're stuck in this rank. It's okay. Even with cheats, you're stuck in here.
Don't talk 2K user. 2000 elo.
Bro, I know you're not a legit player, bro.
Welcome back.
Okay, look at the aim. Like, look at this aim lord. Top 1 KD in Russia. No face it linked. 151 KD. Yet when you spectate him, he can't play the game. Like, he has no hands when you spectate him. You know what I mean? There's just zero hands on this fucking guy. I have to game ban!
The cheater became very defensive, saying that Ren is a 2000 elo bot who doesn't understand anything in this game. That's actually pretty funny when it's coming from the guy who hasn't played a single game on Faceit. So our cheater has a nickname Skillovy, which from Russian translates as skilled. Like skilled at something. That's also really funny because he's unbelievably terrible at the game, but later about that. So what do we see if we check his Steam account? First of all, we see a game ban. What could that mean? Outside of, yeah, whatever that is, Skilled has 6.5k hours in Call of Duty, a very interesting item showcase, and almost 13,000 hours in Counter-Strike. If we check his games, we can also see that he has 2,200 hours in Dying Light, 1,500 hours in Dota 2, 1,200 hours in Team Fortress 2, 1,200 hours in Kingdom Come, 1,200 hours in Warframe, 1,200 hours in Destiny 2, 1,200 hours in Witcher, 1,200 hours in Apex Legends, 1,100 hours in PUBG, 1,100 hours in God of War, 1,100 hours in Source Filmmaker. And the best for last, 777 hours in Stray, the game that you can complete in 4 to 5 hours max. So he either really liked the game Stray and completed it over 155 times in a row, or this is a purchased account to make him seem like a legit player. Also, in the majority of the games where he has a lot of hours, for some reason he has 0 achievements, which is another proof that the hours in those games were idled in the menu. Also, he wrote a review for CS2 for the first time on 25th of December 2021, and back in the day he only had 2 hours in the game, which means that he played around 10 hours in a row every day. That's some real dedication. His Counter-Strike stats are also very impressive. 1.5 KT, almost 28,000 Premier rating and above 100 ADR. So we might assume that we're gonna see a player of a caliber that is close to Ren, Furious or even Doc. And since Ren was the first one to discover this individual, we reviewed his gameplay together. But I also invited my friend Narosafix, who was a professional player for a very long time, because I wanted an actual pro to give his opinion about this talent. Now let's investigate. So this is one of his recent games that I managed to find. He actually plays a lot off stream. He's Russian, yeah, and he 3 stacks and 5 stacks with Russian people as well. He also plays on a very, very high sense. You can probably see that by the way you will be able to see that by the way he moves.
So already there's a knife.
Yeah. Stat track Karambit.
What's gonna happen now is this person is gonna go, you know, behind blue. The person is just pre-aiming and using AD movement to kill, right? But there's a few times where the person shoots before even being out from blue. The person shoots the blue box a couple of times. The explanation for this could be that the person is just not that great at the game. Like a really good player would never make this mistake, probably. But it could be an indication that this person
He's not very good.
yeah, it's not very good or is cheating. They don't actually clear the angles in Longhouse. Now here, you see the pre-aim is so early.
Bro, the movement pisses me off so much.
That's a really fast kill now, like that one.
That is a really fast kill, but he knew that the guy's somewhere there, yeah? So, like, he obviously knew that the guy's somewhere there. What pisses me off about this guy is how, like, you don't see any good player moving, like, non-stop just shaking their crosshair, like, you know, even Xantares with his shaky aim and everything, right?
Yeah.
You don't see
I mean,
so
you can already tell that this is robotic as fuck.
Yeah, bro, these shakes are pissing me off so much. You might not notice it, right? For us, it's so instant. Like, you see this like shakes of the mouse, right?
I think if you use show impact on the first kill, the boxes you're about to see are gonna be crazy. Incredibly robotic.
Yeah.
The person's sensitivity is very high.
Yes.
By the looks of it. It looks very uncontrollable. The spray looked pretty clean though. And that's also sometimes a little scary because it's like if you can't control your sensitivity when you are literally just moving around the map, but you can then control it when you're spraying, that's kind of...
Something doesn't add up.
Yeah, like the sensitivity is even so high that the person's aim is like stuttering or like shaking even when the person is just orientating. And that's something I've never seen in a pro. Like, it can happen sometimes if you're very nervous.
Movement also. He hugs walls sometimes, positions and everything. Doesn't indicate... Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Wait.
That is so unnatural. No one shoots like this.
It looked like he flicked, but the crosshair wasn't on the guy.
Yeah, but I mean, that could be demo. Like, demo isn't one-to-one. Like, it's not perfect. But it's the pace of the shooting, the tempo of the shooting. It just makes no sense to me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, the second duel looked really bad. The first duel, I would say, looked kind of weird. Because again, how do you have so little control of your mouse while you're running around? But then as soon as you see someone, you have a lot of control. There is one explanation here, which I have seen sometimes, which is that sometimes when people play like 100 hours past 2 weeks and they get kind of like mentally exhausted or burned out.
Yeah.
The issue that can be sometimes is that they are super unfocused on having proper mouse movement when there isn't action. And then when they actually see people, they are kind of focused again. And that could be the only explanation I could see here for why he would be so bad when he's running around the map and so good in his duels, right? Also, this person is turning his back so early on long. Like, that really makes no sense. It's just really bad Counter-Strike from everyone involved on long. They're just standing 3 long when they have full long control, and then they use 2 smokes right after each other and stuff like that.
I usually ask those questions around 5 rounds in, and we're like 4 rounds in, yeah? So you already can tell that this guy is not good at the game.
Yes, I don't know enough about like Premier ratings for where to place him, because I don't really play Premier.
Yeah.
But this guy is not level 10 on Faceit.
No, okay, fair enough.
He's also struggling. Like, in these games that I played with and against him, he struggles.
With
playing the game.
Yeah, okay.
It kind of looks like it's hard for him to play, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like this round.
And yeah, here he just falls asleep. This doesn't look great either, to be honest.
Oh. Red flag.
I wonder what he's doing.
Red flag. Red
You
flag.
know what? His Hesburger probably arrived, and then he has to go wash his hands.
Probably.
He's very AFK, which is always a little bit scary. The last video with Atmospheres, he was also AFK a lot in start of rounds. I'm definitely interested to see, is he now coming in and being way better after a long AFK? Because he even took a timeout.
Let's see. Okay, so he knows one guy is mid. That's what he knows.
Yep. What the fuck?
The funniest part, how obvious for you right now that this shot is like cheated?
Oh, this is not human.
For me, it's also not human. NATO will say the exact same thing.
I mean, it does look very...
Unnatural?
Yeah.
However, some people in the comments is like, bro, he saw his pixel on the wall, so that's why he sprayed in the wall, you know?
It's not about seeing the guy, it's about what follows, right? It's about fully committing to the spray into the wall. It's being okay with shooting that many bullets into the wall when there could be like another guy ready to swing. You're taking a risk for something that usually doesn't pay off. And then it's the fact that every single bullet he shoots into the wall is on a perfect horizontal line. And it's just exactly where it needs to be to kill the guy.
We know that he saw the guy, but he followed up with 100% robotic spray looking at the guy through the wall without missing a single shot. That's what we are seeing.
What the f did he just do?
Yeah. Oof. Movement. Okay, he knows one guy's short. That's pretty much it. Here's multiple. Oh, okay.
What the?
Okay.
That turn is crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but oh,
Yeah,
that's...
yeah. Yeah.
Oh my, he's fighting it.
This looked very sketchy. One thing that is, he went AFK for like a full minute.
Yep.
That was the first round where he didn't go long. Instead, he went mid, where all 5 players were. And that's always also kind of interesting, because if he actually did something in the AFK, if he put something on, that could explain why he went to the area where everyone is. Then also, his teammate was getting massive pressure from short, and it almost felt like there was a time there where he realized, oh, someone's coming long, and then he just completely hyper-focused on holding long. Holding long there would be the right thing to do, but when he switches from short to long, his mouse movement, it tells me that he knows someone is coming long. The way he has so much focus on it all of a sudden, it's like...
Oh, full lock-in, like full lock-in.
Yeah.
Lock-in, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, he knows someone's coming now. And then on top of that, like the duel on the long guy looks very sketchy. Even the duel on this last guy, even though he's missing, it looks also... It could again be explained a little bit by his sensitivity just being too high for himself. But the spray looked like a program that was trying to adjust like a no recoil or something.
So you're saying that he has recoil control. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes, his recoil control was perfect, but consistently wrong. And that's weird. Like if you are such a good aimer, you can full control the spray at distance, because it was long distance, with that high sensitivity, but then you perfectly account for the recoil but still miss every bullet. That's kind of strange. You don't see a professional player perfectly compensate the recoil but do it at a wrong place. That doesn't happen. Like if people miss a spray, it's because they the recoil control. It's not like they're gonna start aiming the wrong place.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
It is what it is. For the first time he went short. Okay, he hears multiple people, definitely. Yeah.
I think this looked very high level. If this is not cheated, this is one of the best players in the world that I'm watching right now. He clearly has a high sensitivity. His first pre-aim is really strong on the first guy, but it's a smooth transition from player 1 to player 2. It's kind of like watching Dunk, you know, where it's like he has pretty high sense, but when he locks on to the first player almost, but the transition from player A to player B is so perfect and it looks very smooth.
He knows some utility though. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he does know some utility, HaiX.
Yeah, he does know some utility. Same on short as well.
He sure does know some utility. You know what? They should make a recoil control script for nades. I think that'd be very helpful.
They have that. They have that.
Oh, f you off.
Oof.
Crisp headshot. Wow.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The first one was okay crosshair placement. Yeah, still fast, but second one was very fast.
It's a phenom.
Yeah.
What the f? Like his aim is so bad.
Yeah, but he as I said, like he had... Oh, what?
Okay. It's weird when it's aiming at someone through the edge of the wall.
Enemies accusing him of cheating, by the way.
Stuff like that will happen in the demo of like a legit player. Maybe once or twice per two demos. But on a cheater, it'll happen way more.
And people might say, oh bro, but it's default kills, people are coming at him from short. Yes, exactly, right? But those are super instant kills, you know?
Yes, and yeah, there was the Molotov on short, you pointed it out with your mouse movement and stuff. There was the smoke on long, it's really bad.
And the molly in mid as well.
Yeah, exactly like those. Mullen mid, Mullen short, they both failed. He failed his long smoke, and he also had this other round where he used his long smoke on bad timing. The other smoke was up for 3 seconds, then he smoked. About this with people coming out short, what you said as well, like in these last 2 duels, I think this is actually a really important point. The reason why a lot of people will probably say this is default kills, blah, 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 is because a lot of low-level players will play an almost unnaturally low sensitivity. And that means if you're fighting people on range who are just peeking you, you know, if they run into your crosshair and you just time it well, it's easy to like have the first few bullets around the area where you want it to be. But for a player like this, where it looks literally like he's playing 1600 EDPI or something like that, like twice the sensitivity of an average pro player, having that clean aim at range like that is like legitimately almost impossible.
This is like Voxic shit or something.
Yes, I can count probably on my 2 hands the amount of professional players in CSGO's history that could do something like that, even semi-consistently, and I'll probably still have fingers left on my hand. Like we're talking about the high sense demons you mentioned, like Voxic, maybe someone like Armanek, Oscar, Spellan, and like Syrson, Madden, stuff like that, and I'm pretty quickly running out of hands, because like if you ask me just to look at the sensitivity, this guy for sure is playing a higher sensitivity than simple. It would not even surprise me if currently he's playing something close to 2 times simple sensitivity. Yeah. And he's known as a high sense player. So the fact that he can do that at range when they come out short is like, people in YouTube comments might think, oh, this is kind of doable because they're used to playing low sense. But for someone who's playing as high sense as this guy, it is close to impossible, even with like 15,000 hours. Like, this was extremely impressive if I would not have the feeling that something's up.
Oh, he's got an AWP for the first time. So, so far, what do you think he has? Do you agree with me that doesn't have aim assistance outside of recoil control? Yeah. Like aim assistance as if like, flicking / correcting. He only has recoil control and walls.
There's a chance he triggers, because some of these shots that he's like, I think that some of the sprays he does, he will like shoot 2 bullets and then like stop and then fire like 1 bullet and then stop and then fire like 2 more. And I don't think that's human at all. I think that if anything, humans will be more concerned with getting the max amount of bullets out, because, you know, you're in a gunfight with someone, there's DPS involved, and if you don't optimize your DPS, you will die more than you will kill. So I think there's a high chance maybe he has trigger as well, but definitely recoil control, possibly some form of info. Like, here is like looking at short with a teammate out on short, so he's like clearly not aware of what's going on.
Like, this just makes no sense, and again it's an indication. His B player dies, his mid player dies. Good player here will immediately think, I need to work on stopping the B split. And bro here is just worried about short, where he has a teammate who's deep short. Makes no sense. Like, this kind of awareness is really, really bad for a guy who's supposedly this good. Also, he's like clearing not a single angle. Like, he ran into the smoke, just sprayed randomly with 5-7. He hasn't cleared what? Yeah, this is... Yeah. Okay. Look at how erratic his mouse movement is. Even when this guy peeks, he completely overflicks and the mouse goes everywhere. And now when he wants to go out here and peek this guy, like, he's pre-aiming, but like, look at his just mouse just flying in all directions.
A high elo player would spend some effort clearing something here, like instead of staying wide open, like without clearing this area of the map, you wouldn't stay wide open looking at the flash lineup. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I would say, after a round like this, and with the other things I've seen in mind, I would have no choice but to say this guy's cheating at this point.
Do you think that he has walls or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
He has walls.
Do you think that he has some program or something, a script that controls him with the spray control, spray assistant, any type of thing like that?
I would say I think so at this point, from what I've seen in that one round, but I would want to watch more rounds to be certain.
Yeah, so enemies accuse him of using software. That's,
oh my God.
Yeah. Before even the shot. Wait, I'm not sure if his teammate sees this guy. Wait, let me see. Okay, he sees them for a split of a second. Like, a player with a good crosshair placement would have aimed, like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you have the info, you don't directly insta-lock at the player's, like, model directly where he is. Oof. Ah! Did you watch?
That was,
Wait.
You know, a lot of the time when you watch a bad player try to preempt stuff and they just happen to aim at someone and the person they aim at isn't on the angle that they're trying to aim at, that is usually a very red flag.
Now, especially with this kill he just got on shot, I will say there has to be some recoil assistance. He doesn't clear any angles. Everything is so stuttery. And like this, his spray control is really, really, really good for someone that plays this high sensitivity. So yeah, I'm prepared to at this point stick my neck out and say, yeah, this guy is 100% cheating.
Yeah. No, I guarantee you he's got walls. 100,000,000%.
Did he? What the f did he do with that second flash? Was that a demo bug? Watch this like flash.
Bro, this guy is so mentally it's insane. Like, look at this. He understands the game on such a bad level. So look, he throws a flash for his teammate here, right? Left click, regular. Then throws the flash, goes like backwards into the flash, and he expects people to be already here, like fighting him. He doesn't understand like any timings in this game. He for sure knows some utility.
Yeah, first of all, but also he didn't buy smoke. And I think most professionals agree that the smoke is the strongest grenade in the game. He actually did buy a smoke and then he sold it again. But it's just so he could flash for his teammate. But you would never do this at a high level.
He would sell like a nade or a molly, yeah?
Exactly, completely agree. So that's also something where it's like, that's an indication that he isn't good at the game.
Now we go short. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that happens. That happens to the best of us. I've seen Doc miss that jump, so it's okay. It's okay. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
He's surprisingly good with the FAMAS, you know.
With a spray on the FAMAS.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of people that can spray the FAMAS.
Santaris probably can.
Robs probably can too.
Yeah.
And Skylo Blue.
His nickname translates to skilled.
You're f***ing with me.
No.
That's the meaning of his name.
The meaning of his name on Russian is skilled.
I'm gonna take my car and drive into all.
And it's, again, no smoke board here. He doesn't even know how to jump up. This flash is so bad. Yeah, he for sure has recoil assistance. 100% now. His sensitivity is so high and so out of control that it really stands out when his aim is very clean. But I think if this would be a low sensitivity player, then I would find it much more difficult to find out if he actually had recoil assistance or not. But in this case, there's just no question about it, because he has like a 1 out of 10 in mouse control when he's running around the map, and he has like a 10 out of 10 in mouse control whenever there's people near his aim, you know? That's why I know 100%. There's no question about it. I would even say he probably has radar hack as well.
Why? If he has walls?
That's the thing, but it's like this round where he was so locked in on the guy coming from long. I remember in the CSGO it was like at a certain distance.
Ah, walls at a certain distance, yeah.
And so for him to know that someone was coming long in that round and having so much focus on it, he has to have radar as well, because I believe that that guy on long was so far away that it's not possible for him to see it with wall hack. If it works the same in CS2, I don't know if it does.
It really depends. There are very different types of cheats. It really depends on what he is using, but yeah, there could be a thing. But there are also cheats that like just with X-ray, like you know, we can see people here and here, right? Just there are cheats like this. So he forgets to buy, I think, here. Yeah, funny moment. Okay, I think I'm more like on your side right now. I think he's actually like just mentally or physically challenged.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even mean that in like a haha, he has syndrome type beat, right? It's just
no.
Like, it's so hard for him to control his PC. Like, can you imagine if something on his PC breaks? Like, he will sit there and he will try to figure out how to fix it, fighting his mouse, fighting his keyboard, probably fighting his monitor to try to get to the right page of Windows. I think everything for this guy is like so incredibly difficult that he needs these like training wheels to play the game.
100%. But you know what's the interesting part? Like, I've had a conversation like this before, and people are like, oh, you make fun of like a disabled or like a person who might have a disability. But having a disability doesn't excuse you of doing something illegal or bad. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Having a disability doesn't excuse you for using cheating software.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you talk to disabled people,
yeah,
a lot of them want to prove themselves despite their physical shortcomings.
Exactly.
And they will take that handicap and they will just do it anyway, instead of relying on aid if they feel like they don't have to. No shade on disabled people. Love my disabled homies.
Oh.
This guy is like even this, like, everything he does, he's kind of struggling, isn't he?
Yeah. He's got a stat tracker rampant though. And we all know that you cannot cheat if you have skins on your account. Proven by my friend Atmospheres. This is NATO Suffix 101.
First, his pre-aim is perfect on the guy, but he is getting contact on his teammate, right? So that's kind of like a high-low player would be able to do a good pre-aim here. That's kind of fair. It's the movements he does after he gets the kill. They're just all over the place on the second guy. And this is like, look, he's flying around random. He isn't like ready for anything. And if you are a good player, you get the one kill and then you immediately set up for if there is someone else. Like you're always aware. And his mouse movements is just like, he gets one kill and then it's as if the Titanic swam into his mouse and just put it everywhere.
Watch this please and tell me what you think.
Yeah, watching.
Yeah, someone has to say it. Say it.
You know what, HaiX?
Yeah.
I'll let you have the spotlight for this one.
Okay. No, okay.
I can tell that you're holding it in.
Of course, he knew that the guy was there. Even if you know that the guy is there, it doesn't give you the exact positioning of his player model, so you would look directly at him through the wall. We have seen it with Atmospheres. When you know that the guy is there, I will even play the clip right there of him pre-aiming the guy on Inferno. You don't put his crosshair directly on a player model. As you already understood, this guy is super obviously cheating and his gameplay is pathetic. So I told NATO everything about who this guy is, because originally I didn't provide any context for him and just told him that I need his opinion about some player from matchmaking.
Also, just let me catch one thing you said here, right?
Yeah.
So, Ren accused him of cheating, and he says, oh, Ren, you are also a low elo FACEIT player. And this guy's played 13,000 hours and has not played FACEIT.
Yeah.
That in itself just doesn't make any sense. There's 100% a reason this guy's not playing FACEIT. Most likely his cheat would be detected by the FACEIT entity sheet.
Of course.
When this video comes out and everyone is calling him out for cheating, there's a really easy way to clear his own name. Just play some FACEIT.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Again, he's coming to B, and now he does a different way of PKing. A different way of approaching the site every time. 3 times he came to B, 3 times, every single time is different.
Yeah, but it's just really... Oi. Okay,
Oi.
never mind, he's not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Oi.
Bro, that pre-aim is also disgusting. Like, he literally pre-aimed the off angle that the CT is standing in.
But this is what I mean, like, if you spectate him play, it is so unbelievably it's so unbelievably impactless. Like, he just does nothing the entire game, right?
Yeah. Doesn't take any space, he doesn't throw any good utility,
Rarely entries. Like, he is pretty much, even though he's cheating, is kind of at the mercy of having a good team if he wants to win games. Which is also why he's not climbing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of stuck in, like, around 25. Here's a step.
Yeah, he heard the step.
Oh.
I heard him.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Oh my god, that looked so sketchy how the crosshair teleported onto his foot. But yeah, the kill in mid as well, like through the door he did that, just like looked very cheated.
Just a creature, just standing still behind the smoke. Immediately walks on it. He goes for that.
He is so unbelievably useless even with a cheat. Oi.
He just missed the flash.
He knows utility, lol.
Oh my god, he just threw that. Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, he's actually so bad. You know what also is so funny with all these cheaters?
Yeah, what's
Their
up?
utility usage is the biggest giveaway. Like, you could just tell me this guy has 26,000 Premier rating, show me how he's throwing his grenades, and I would be able to tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, this guy's cheating.
Cheat developers, if you're watching this, please make a cheat so this guy can have automated utility.
It's way too difficult for him to play.
Yeah.
Bro, if I would be a cheat developer and I would see a guy like this play, I would just hardware ban him or something, I don't know. It's a disgrace to a cheat to have such a bad player represent the software.
Yeah. I would agree. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, bro. All the f***ing recoil control in the world was trying to help him out, and he just could not do it.
I guess that's without the recoil control.
No, that was recoil control, but he tried to fight it, and that's why it f***ed up. So wait, let me show you something. Gentlemen, so what you see right there is the console command that some people use that allows the...
Later.
It shows the recoil pattern of where you need to put your crosshair. If a regular person shoots it, it will go down, left, right, left. When you see him shooting it, it barely moves an inch. Especially on such a long distance when you're shooting like this, to control a spray, you need to pull down really, really low. However, if you can see right here, it's barely moving, which is a direct identification of the fact that the guy is using recoil control cheats. Am I correct, Rainian FPS?
You are very correct, Mr. HaiX XD.
That's actually a really nice trick to see that.
Yeah.
This almost looked like he had perfect recoil control while missing everything.
Yep, that's pretty much it. What do you have to say?
A guy is 100% cheating. There's no doubt in my mind. I'll stake my entire reputation on it.
Hello, Mr. Skillo Blue. Nice to see you again. I had a lot of fun playing with you on Inferno twice. I hope you and your friends has a lot of fun watching this video.
W. Originally, I end those videos with a monologue where I somehow address those cheaters. But since this guy is so pathetic, I decided to do something different and a little bit more funny. Since he streams on Twitch pretty often and plays with cheats, I will show you a compilation of cheating moments from his stream that I managed to find from his recent VOD. And yeah, cheating is strictly against Twitch.us, so I expect Twitch staff to permanently ban his account. I really hope you enjoy the show.
Отдел. Мама.
Я зашел. Убил.
Раб подел.
Делай достаточно. Без головы, без головы. Ладно, не так.
Он закрыл. Подел.
Катаю. Кон.
На. Убил. Хорошо.
Мид запушил. В суициде не он. Забей на него.
Мид топает кота.
Он в миду.
И шаг.
Я ушел. Я смог отдаю. Баллон желательно.
Куда?
Я смог ушел. Два. Один гендер.
Да.
Поехали, ладно.
Блять, эйсик. Пуля ебаная.